I'm Richard Morris. I'm a professor in the School of Communication Science and Disorders at Florida State University. The main areas of my work, both in teaching and research, are some of the basic science aspects of speaking. What's going on in this system for the physiology of it? So what are the parts doing? And then what is going on in the sound waves or the acoustics of what's going on that actually gets to the person's ear? Those are the things that I am most interested in.
This is my first semester here, so we study about the voice and speech science, and we read some article and book, and we discuss about some interesting thing. And then if I have any question, he's always open to my answer, and yeah.
I teach classes on speech disorders, or if the physiology doesn't work, what happens and how do we deal with that? And more specifically about the voice. And in that vocal work, I have been highly focused on people who are performers, singers, actors, of helping these people who in their performance voice are very good, but maybe in their daily speaking voice aren't using the mechanism as well as they need to in order to perform at the level they want to perform. Other research has been about some of the timing between what goes on here and what goes on here as we're talking. Very interested in time and speech. And this has become somewhat of an interest in what that means for, I'll say, cognitive load, for what's going on in the brain that shows up in that timing. For example, among bilinguals, they have to repress their first language or suppress it in order to draw the vocabulary of the second language. So there are timing differences in the person between their first and second language, some of them very subtle, but when we measure really small areas in the signal, we can regularly see these.
I've actually worked with him for a while. I got my undergrad here at Florida State, and he's been my research mentor for about a year and a half, and he's honestly been very fundamental in my studies here at Florida State. I would not be the person I am today without him, and I just learned so much about doing research and clinical work with him as well.
I'm also very interested in the thinking skills of our graduate and undergraduate students. In particular, in being a good clinician, one needs good critical thinking skills, good decision matrices, good ways of evaluating evidence, both as a consumer of reading the research evidence and as the evidence that the person in front of them presents. What's important, what's not, how do we make decisions that are going to help this person change their communication skills as quickly and as thoroughly as possible? Because they're coming to us because they want change.